Firstly, welcome. As a way to bring us all together, I'd like to acknowledge that we're gathering here today on the unceded lands of the Wurundjeri, Woi-wurrung and Bunurong peoples of the Kulin Nation. Something that is particularly special to this place is that in Woi-wurrung language, welcome translates to womanjaka, but the welcome has a deeper purpose to it. So womanjaka, rather than translating simply to welcome to country, it also has a deeper meaning of to come with purpose and intention. Another thing as well that is important to acknowledge is that the Kulin peoples of this land have been dancing their stories, their histories for thousands and thousands of years and continue to do so with such defiance and resilience and also determination, all in the spirit of bringing community together. And today this is what we're doing here today, showing you an art form that brings people together. So as I kind of mentioned in the acknowledgement of country, like thinking about coming with purpose and intention, for me the Sohamasmi Centre for Performing Arts isn't an institution. It's a place where we've come together through people from all different backgrounds, ages, places, and we've all come together here on this beautiful place here at Dance House to not only learn an art form, but also through the art form to build connections with each other, to learn more about ourselves, and to learn how to live with each other as well. Through all our differences and all our commonalities. On the more formal note about the centre, so the centre was established in 2003 by my teacher Srimati Singh Sangwan in India, and since 2010 has been based here in Melbourne, Australia. The Sohamasmi Centre for Performing Arts is the foremost institution of Odissi in Australia that follows a pedagogical lineage of the late Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra. Sohamasmi promotes Indian classical sacred art forms and values and recognises that art is a tool to chisel the inner personality, to create a bond of mutual growth and artistic excellence that is confident and self-aware. Odissi dance training is at the core of their artistic endeavour. The centre comprises of a professional Odissi dance group and soloists, with a student base of various ethnicities and cultural backgrounds. And about my teacher, there's plenty to say, as always. But today, what I will say is that my teacher has provided, as I said, like a loving space for all of us to hear together, and everything that she's kind of created here through this space, I'm extremely grateful for, and I know that my classmates feel very similarly as well. So Srimati Singh Sangwan started dancing at the age of 6 and is known for her strength, refinement of musical nuances and precision of style. Originally training and performing across India in the classical style of Bharatanatyam for 12 years, under the tutelage of Guru Sonal Man Singh, she subsequently trained with Guru Madhvi Mudgal for 15 years and had the privilege of attending several workshops by the doyen of Odissi dance, the late Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra. Monica, upon encouragement from Guru Srimati Madhvi Mudgal, established the Sohamasmi Centre for Performing Arts in Gurgaon in 2003 as a premier school of Odissi dance in Haryana. In 2010, she continued her artistic pursuit and established the Odissi School at Dance House in Melbourne. The Sohamasmi Centre for Performing Arts is now a full-fledged premier school of Odissi dance here in Melbourne, Australia. Otherwise, please do enjoy the show, and I will hand it over to Monica G.
Can I have all the students say the prayer, please? Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Shubhakaryeshu Sarvada आङ्गिकं भुवनं यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववाङ्मयम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादि तं नमः सात्विकं शिवं गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Very well, welcome to all of you, and thank you so much to each and every one of you for taking out the time to be here and support us. Today we are trying to do some things which are difficult and rare, and this is a dream for us that has come true. First time in 12 years, and this whole year is very eventful because earlier we used to dance with recorded music, and due to the help and understanding of a few colleagues and friends who are here, who understood this lack of what classical art needs, which is live music, that we have been given this grant about which I'll talk later, and that has helped us to train ourselves with some bit of authenticity of Odissi classical music. None of us claims at all to have become experts at it. We are all work in progress. So my request to each and every one of you is that please be patient with us. If we make mistakes, please forgive us. And this is an endeavor, and thank you so much. So we start the first piece with Mangala, which is the first opening of a solo dance performance. Mangalacharan means that which is a prayer. Mangal Acharan. Mangal means auspicious. Acharan, it is an opening. And this is dedicated to the goddess Matangi. Matangi is the about face of Saraswati. By about face, I mean Saraswati and Matangi both portray wisdom, knowledge, and they are goddesses of the art. While Saraswati has a much more refined nuance to her, Matangi is free. She roams in the Kadamba forest. She is blue in color. She holds the parrot. She has a sugar cane in her hand. She plays the Veena. Her breasts are smeared with kumkum, which is red in color. She's dark. She's the daughter of Matangi, of Matanga Rishi. Now, sometimes people wonder, why do we have all these gods and goddesses, and why in India always there is so much talk of gods and goddesses? Why can't we just be human and portray just the commonality of our humanity? But the fact is that if we, each and every one of us, if we just go quiet and we just listen to our breath, that breath itself is that which ties us to the divine. We come with the breath, and then when the breath stops, we go home. We go somewhere. So these gods and goddesses are actually prayers to ourselves. They exist in each and every one of us. And when we pray to a goddess or a god, we are actually wanting to imbibe those attributes from those goddesses into our own life with depth and clarity. And when we pray to them, we are actually praying to ourselves. So Matangi, she is blue in color. Those of you who are connected to yoga understand the color blue sits here on your throat chakra. It denotes speech. But in yoga, the yoga traditions, Vayakhari, which is what denotes speech, it is the most not very pure form of knowledge. Because there is so many things that cannot be said by words. So she denotes, as she sits here on the throat, go above the world of speech. Go beyond this vaikari, there is something which is beyond. She holds the sugar cane, which is sweet, and it can bend. It is giving a message. Speech has to be sweet, and it has to be able to be adjustable and tangible, and you should be able to move it. Also, the shape of the sugar cane is very much like our throat. So I'm just so that you understand what you watch, because otherwise we don't want to be exoticizing anything. This dance performance is not. It is like a pilgrimage, but a pilgrimage that the dancer will take deep into yourself. So with just a few, there is so much to speak, but we have spoken enough. Now we start with this very beautiful Mangalacharan. This is Divya's first solo, and please give her your blessings, and we start now. Thank you.
Arabhi Pallavi is a very rarely performed Pallavi. I think Didi will explain this further, why it is rarely performed. And it is a true privilege to be able to do this. I'd just like to give you a bit of a background in terms of how this has been a real push for me in terms of just the dance alone. So from my previous, so Didi and my previous guru are of different Odissi lineages. So Odissi's origins dates back to almost 2 millennia ago, and it was reconstructed in the 1950s by 4 main gurus. And the training that I had is a different style from what Didi is a part of. And I'll just demonstrate a bit of the differences. Essential movement, you'll see so much of it throughout the entire performance. So some of the very small intricate differences is that from my previous training, when we stamp, it would just be straight. And the differences in this style would be the use of the ribcage and the eyes, and even in the tribang, what I used, or what my previous training would do, would be the eyes would go in diagonals, and the ribcage would follow. But in this style, it goes directly side to side. And these are just 2 of the differences out of all of the differences. So I really thank Monika ji for really pushing me, because it's not easy to go through 15 years of the same thing, suddenly break that, and in 2 years come and present this to you. I'm very humbled for the opportunity, and like Didi's disclaimer, if I make any mistakes, it's purely because of what I'm used to. And yeah, I'll just leave it to Didi to explain it further to you. Thank you.
Gati Bhed Pallavi is set in Rag Bageshri. A rag requires the listeners to go through different emotive qualities from inside. And Rag Bageshri, Bageshri is also another name for Saraswati. This is a very complex Pallavi, and I will speak more about it after you have seen it. Let's dance now. magical piece was choreographed by late Guru Kerucharan Mahapatra, and the music was by late Pandit Bhuvaneshwar Mishra, and they are considered as the main architects of modern day Odissi. And all pieces that are being performed today are choreographed by late Guru Kerucharan Mahapatra and Pandit Bhuvaneshwar Mishra. And that's why I didn't want to say much about this Pallavi before, because I was like, oof, we have to first survive it. It's an extremely difficult Pallavi to do, and I think almost people have just completely stopped doing it. And it's been one of my most favorite Pallavis, and Senthuran also. He's very sad it's over. The intricacy of it is, though it's set in Rag Bhageshri, one rag, but the beat goes from 4 to 3 to 4 to 5, 4, 7, 4, 9, again 4, 3, 5, 7, 9, 4, and it's just like this. And it's difficult for everyone. The dancer, as you can see, it's one of the longest Pallavis. It takes about, sometimes with this pace of music, 30-35 minutes non-stop. You need to have strong stamina. And it's very difficult for all of us as well. So though she's dancing, we start sweating, because it's like a chain. It's tied like this. You drop a little bit of chain and everything is going to unravel. All of us will be flat on the floor. So and I have been wanting to do this live for a very, very long time. But usually when I have to perform, I need somebody with a strong Natwangam sitting here and doing it. Guruji is no longer alive, and he used to be the only one who could manage to do it. And it is very difficult that way. And when Divya came to me from the start itself, she told me about her background. And from that very first day, my feeling was that she's a good dancer. She has good strong stamina. The styles were very different, and before I could move her ahead, the most important thing was to try to bring her into this style without erasing that which has been given to her by her previous guru before. How to make it come together into a beautiful, bouquet of a dancer's, it's a whole dancer's life on stage. And the most important journey of an Indian sacred classical dancer is to move on to the solo journey. We dance in groups, but the group it's fun. It's intricate, but it's fun. A solo dancer's journey, if you can see, it's a very lonesome journey. It requires deep inner resilience and confidence, but not overconfidence. And these traditions have only survived and moved on from generations and generations by a teacher and a soloist, then that soloist then moving on to becoming a teacher and passing it on. So in our style from my belief is that it is extremely important for us as teachers to create opportunities for dancers to become soloists. You do solo, then do group work, then go back to solo, then do group work, just like Gati, Bhed, Pallavi. You go to different and then you go back to 4. You go to 3, you go to 4. You go to 4, again you go to 5, then you go to 4. It's the same way with our dancing life as well. And one of the most important things that I want to really acknowledge, sometimes my memory also goes after Gati, Bhed, is that this became possible because for 12 years since I moved to Australia, I tried to apply for many, many grants, and always there is the very kind and, we are sorry, but. When Josh, right, he's the artistic director of Dance House. We have a small little story. When I moved to Australia first time, somebody told me Josh was working in another place, that you should go and meet this man, maybe he'll help you to find your way around, because I came here, I didn't know, I just wanted to never sell pizza. So I went and I met him and he said, I think you should go to dance house. Monica, that's the place. You should go there. He worked in Aus dance. So I came here and somehow I made my inroads. After 12 years, full circle, he comes in and he's the artistic director here. And I told him, Josh, I am very lonely here. It's a very lonely and lonesome journey here for me as students, but I don't have any team. There is nobody here. It's all me and my recorded music, and I just don't know how long I can survive. And he immediately said, oh, that's terrible, Monica. We need to do something. What do you need? I said, I want musicians. So first time he helped me to write a decent grant letter, and I knew zero about budgeting, and there was so much back and forth, and he helped me. But he helped me, we worked hard, we didn't get the grant. After that, there is another friend here, Priya Srinivasan, many of you might know her. She said, Monica, please apply for this next grant. You know, we'll do everything to help you out as well. She has also, I don't know her so well, and yet sometimes there are people who just come in, to support you, and that's what you need. And we applied again, we didn't get that grant. Then she said, please. And I'm like, no, I'm not applying anymore. I'm tired. I just want to dance, teach. She said, no, just please, one more last time, just try. And it came through. Perseverance from all these friends. And we got a $10,000 grant from Regional Arts Victoria with the help of Multicultural Arts, Creative Arts Victoria as well, and Dance House supporting us to do. I'm presenting 5 solo students this year. This is the first time in 12 years that I have been able to do that, and it is because this money helps us to bring people together. This is what a grant does. It creates a live performance like this. It gives opportunity for dancers like this to come into a professional life. It's a foothold forward. So it's very important, and for all of you out there who are supporting your friends and artists and co-artists, thank you so much. Thank you. Now we'll do an Ashtapadi. An Ashtapadi is from the Geet Govind, and the Geet Govind is written a poetry, a beautiful poetry which has 3 main characters: Krishna, Radha and the Sakhi. Everybody says Krishna, Radha and the Sakhi, it's about love, it's about celebration of love, it's about coming together, separating and then coming together. This poetry, which was written in the 12th century, is still till today sung at the Jagannath temple every single day. And this poetry is the backbone of Odissi dance. Now, Abhinay. So sometimes students also ask me that what does Abhinay mean? It means to enact, to emote, to bring out a story. It doesn't have pure dance, but it is tapping into a feeling of a story base. So my take on Abhinay is, people say, so what are we? We are storytelling or whatever. I say, listen, there is so much pain and suffering in life. We take a character that we go and portray. Through Abhinay, we enact out that person's life, that at that moment what they are feeling, what the situation is. And it's like a catharsis. You go inside there, you feel it deeply, and you come out. And there is a deep learning that you take from it, from that situation, and you don't have to go through all that. You take that learning and you go back into your life and never make any mistakes like that. So, in this, the Sakhi is the go-between, the friend between Krishna and Radha. So it's a very long poetry. In this section, Pashyati, Dishi, Dishi. The Sakhi is going to Krishna and saying, Radha has waited for you all through the night. You promised to come to her. And these are the different conditions she is in. She's walking around the forest bewildered. She sees a tree. She starts hugging it. She thinks it is you. She has sat through the whole night, burning a little lamp. Even the lamp has gone out. Every rustle of the wind, she thinks it's your footsteps. You had promised her that you would go there to meet her. she is completely wasted. Please Krishna, please go to Radha. Now, Krishna, Radha and Sakhi. In India, poetry is always written in a shadow language, which means that each person, according to their understanding, can take and imbibe whatever they wish to understand. So if you see it as a beautiful, sensual poetry of love and celebration of love and separation, so be it. But in the shadow language, the deeper meaning is Krishna is that consciousness, God consciousness. Radha is each and every one of us, male, female, doesn't matter, who is always longing to go and join with that which is the unknown. There is always this pull, who am I? Where am I going? There is always this pull to unite, but with what and whom we do not know. The Sakhi is the role of the Guru, a Guru who has walked that path, who knows that path, but comes back as a Sakhi, as a friend, helps you to cross over into that God consciousness. So, please see this beautiful poetry and take from it whatever you wish to do. Thank you.
each musician and tell you a little bit more about our ensemble, because a dancer can't dance without live music and musicians. So firstly, I want to introduce my dear friend, fellow dancer, Vaishnavi Srinivasan, who is the lead vocalist.
She dances and sings. That's how I found her. She's my student. She does Odissi.
Yes, she does. So Vaishnavi is a musician in the South Indian classical tradition, is a senior disciple of Srimati Shobha Shekhar, OM Artistic Director of the Khella School of Music. She has been learning music since she was 5, beginning under the tutelage of Sri S. Sivasubramanian Pillai in Malaysia, where she grew up. She began her advanced training in music under the guidance of Srimati Shobha Shekhar after moving to Melbourne to pursue further education. She has had the privilege of learning under the guidance of senior artists Srimati Pushpani Kalyan Madaram and the late Sri B. Sitarama Sharma of Chennai. To enhance exposure and expand her musical repertoire, and continues to gain special guidance from Srimati Bhushani Kalyan Madaram. She has been teaching music for the last 10 years, training students of a wide range of ages, voices, musical understanding, and is working towards a diploma in advanced music. Vaishnavi is also a student of Odissi. She has been training this art form under our teacher Manikya since 2014. She has worked with the Sohamasmi Centre for Performing Arts Singing for several productions. Vaishnavi continues to expand her artistic repertoire by learning Odissi music under Sri Achyuta Maharana and Mardala under Sri Buddhanath Swami to ensure her approach and understanding of music and dance is holistic. Next, I'd like to give a warm welcome to Senthuran Jogaratnam, who is on the Mangala today. So with over 20 years of experience in Indian classical percussion, Senthuran is recognized as a leading mridangam and tabla artist. He began his mridangam training under Sri Balasri Rasaya before undertaking advanced training from mridangam maestros Sri T.R. Sundarasian and Sri Patri Satish Kumar. To gain a multifaceted understanding of Indian percussion, Senthuran commenced tabla training under Ashok Chabali ji. Senthuran is also renowned for his sense of application, imaginative rhythmic patterns, flawless techniques such as the Gumki technique, and a unique style which showcases the beauty of applying elements of various percussion instruments in his performances. Senthuran has accompanied countless music and dance performances for various styles such as Carnatic, Hindustani, Bharatanatyam, Kathak, jazz, and world fusion. Senthuran has recently opened the Rhythm Riders Music Academy to use his years of learning and experience to train the next generation of mridangam and tabla performances. Next, I'd like to give a warm welcome to our violinist, Anita Das. Anita Das is a senior student of the Raga Sudha School of Carnatic Music in Melbourne, where she has been learning violin and vocal music under the tutelage of the renowned musician and guru, Sri Murali Kumar. Over the past several years, Anita has performed in numerous music and dance concerts across Australia and New Zealand in both a solo and accompaniment capacity. Anita performed a full-length Arangatham in 2012 in a duet performance with her sister, Rupa. Anita has also taught a number of junior violin students of the Raga Sudha School and looks forward to continuing the lifelong process of learning, performing, and teaching music under the guidance of her guru. And on the Veena, we have Lakshmanan Madhu. Please give a warm welcome. Lakshmanan Madhu is a classical musician with over 15 years of training in various Indian classical styles. Madhu started his music training in Hindustani vocal under Srimati Dipti Rudra, an air artist, He then learned Saraswati Veena in the Carnatic style under Sri V.G. Subramanian, based in the Tanjuvar Bani. He has continued to receive advanced training to develop Gayaki style in this instrument from Sri G.R.S. Murthy, a disciple of Kalamayamani late Sri G.N. Dandapani Iya. More recently, he is learning vocal from Sri Achyuta Maharana to hone his skills in Odissi style. Madhu has successfully performed Veena recitals for the Veena Mahotsavam Festival, coordinated by Kala Kendra, Chennai for the past few years, and that is our music ensemble.
Now we'll show you another Pallavi. So the word Pallavi essentially means to flower out, Pallavithona. It's like a bud turns into a full flower. And a rag, which is a collection of certain kinds of notes which are very particular and create a particular kind of emotive feeling in the listeners. Supposing if you are going to war, there is a very particular kind of rag that you will listen to bring in the feeling of bravery. If you are grieving, there is some particular rags that will be played so that the emotions can come out and you can feel lighter. So, just for those who are uninitiated in what rag means, rag Arabhi comes from the... So, India essentially has two styles, Carnatic style, which is more deeper south, and the Hindustani vocal style music is also from the... It's now from the northern part. What we are trying to do is we are trying to follow the Odissi classical style, which is a very particular, very ancient style, but unfortunately due to so many reasons, colonization being one of them, that this style of music was almost lost, but it is deeply emotive, very beautiful as you can see, and it requires a particular kind of training to be able to master it. The musicians here essentially are trained in the two other styles, and now they have started training especially for Odissi dance. So just to give you a background, now we'll do Arabhi Pallavi, which is set in Rag Arabhi. So it is flowering out, starts slowly, and the dancer adds visual texture to the music and then ends it in a crescendo. Thank you.
Thank you.
and is very celebrated. And this is his very major work called the Krishora Chandrananda Champu. The most important part of it is that it does follow similar lines like the Geet Govind. There are three characters, Radha, Krishna and the Sakhi. But firstly it is in the language, in Odia language, from the language of Odisha. And secondly, the most important thing is, so there are 36 akshars. Akshars are alphabets in the Odissi language. So on each poetry has every word starting with that particular. So if it is ka, everything will be ka, 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 every word. This is kha champu. This is with the akshar kha. So Khella Lola Khanja Aki. And it just goes with the playing with the akshar of kha, and it develops the story, but using this very particular way of going forward, in which the Sakhi is teasing Radha. She's saying, you have pigeon-like eyes which are just playful and moving around here and there. Did you think you'll just move your eyes around and you will hoodwink Krishna and get him into your, get yourself into his heart? And she makes fun. You are so tiny, you are small, and you want the fruits of heaven. Who do you think you are, my dear friend? So this is a lovely play of jest between two friends. As human life has never changed. Our feelings and emotions thousands of years ago or even today is the same thing. Then also friends teased you very badly. Now also they tease you very badly, but they also keep you in line. So this is a light-hearted champu. So please enjoy it. Thank you. Everything in Indian art and philosophy is always moving towards this very deep purpose. Doesn't matter what art form it is. It is always questioning and wondering about the human life and the existence it has. And obviously, if there will be human life, there will be pain and suffering. End of suffering, everybody wants end of suffering. And it is believed that only comes with when these cycles of birth and rebirth, birth and death, birth and rebirth end. And that word is called Moksha, which is when you get enlightenment, like the Buddha. So, but for a dancer, this last piece denotes that. It is set in Rag Bhairavi, which is a very beautiful, deeply emotive and uses all 12 notes. And the last is a prayer, a shlok set to the Devi. So Moksha.